good? Misfit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Yo, what it is, man? What's good? Misfit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Bow, man. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My bad, I was running a little late. You know, shit happens, you know what I mean? My girl just bust her ass down the stairs. That shit was not funny to her, but it was a little funny to me. I love her, though. She bust her ass. Yo, if I had that on footage, and I was just about to press the record button, I would have caught everything tight. But I love her, though. She good. She made it. She gonna come on here wild and will be like, talk about me busting my ass. But we got a good show for y'all today, man. Shout out to the prop gang. What's up? How y'all feeling? Throw some props in there. Show some love. Let's get in that mode. We gonna have a really good show today, man. I got my boy Loso in the motherfucking building. The man been fucking shit up lately. I have not seen him do a battle where he took a loss. So I truly appreciate that. You know what I mean? He's been killing shit. So we gonna talk about yesterday. We gonna talk about what we saw at the volume. We gonna talk about how 40 Bars slapped the shit out of Ms.Fit the Fire. Well, I kept calling him Ms.Fit the Fire Boy. Math was doing the same shit. Fire the Ms.Fit, got his ass slapped. Disaster and Saint got into it. They just battled and Saint actually won. So, you know what I'm saying? Let me show some love to the prop gang. Show some love to the prop gang. Hey. I bet. Okay, let's get it. Alright. Without further ado. I got my boy Loso in the motherfucking building. Let's get it. Loso, what's good, my guy? You live and direct on my dumb advice. How you feeling?
And I'm feeling great, bro. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. So it's an honor to be on your show. Let's do this.
Let's do this, man. Thanks for coming. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love for real. Mm-hmm. So, what did you first of all, do y'all hear him? If y'all hear him good, put a thumbs up in the chat.
Yeah.
Put a thumbs up in the chat. Make sure he loud and clear. We gotta catch this. You hear me? All right. Yeah, I see thumbs up. That's always a good sign. Yo, what did you think about yesterday?
Yo, honestly, man, I felt I'm gonna just keep it real. This was probably the worst volume that URL has thrown. That was their sixth one. But I'm gonna say this before we even get into the battles.
Right.
Me personally, I do feel like that setting kind of took the energy out of a lot of battlers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and it may not even be the energy of the battles. They probably were still trying to give 100%. I just felt like we just like, even as the consumer, it was just difficult to kind of just like appreciate what the volume setting was. You know what I'm saying? And I understand like the COVID protocols and all that, but just yesterday, man, like the battles were just not. It just wasn't good back and forth battles. And when you do a volume setting like that, and I've done one before, when you do a volume setting, you kind of want like that gritty look, that and even the feel like, yo, like his people is against my people, and I'm repping like all this stuff. It's that whole night, bro. Nothing translated for me.
Intimate vibe. It's definitely an intimate vibe. And like the fact that it wasn't like, yeah, it was on the corner, and it, like you got Pat stayed chasing K-Shine around the block, basically. I'm like, yo, Pat is chasing him to get his bars off. It's like it was too much open space. And it's crazy because initially when I saw the set, right, I'm like, oh, they fancy.
Me too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, y'all got money now. It's lit. But it did not translate like that on the battle.
I don't know if you noticed, like they had the crane shot, you know what I'm saying? Like it was like the Hollywood crane shot. And I was like, yo, this is, to me, I know you got like OG fans that are just like, yo, we just want it like how it regularly was, right? I'm always about elevating the game, so I wasn't mad at that. Right. I love, okay, what they was trying. But now we looking at it hindsight, we just like, yo, it did not work. It just like you talking about, like it was too much space. Like I remember at the end of B-Dot's first round, you know, he's tagging in Nunu. Nunu got to take an Uber just to get to B-Dot. You know what I'm saying? She got to cross the street. She's on another exit, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Getting in. It's like, yo, dude, it's too late to run over. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the time you cross the street, it was a wrap. So, to me, man, it just, like, there was certain things, like, I'm pretty sure, like, just that one specific situation, like, if Nunu would have been right by B-Dot, it would have landed. You know what I'm saying? Because she would have been able to just bark, because she's done that in other battles in the past.
Right.
But yeah, man, it just didn't translate, man. It just didn't work.
And you knew it was coming because you see her walking slowly to them. I'm like, what is going on? Right? You hear her in the background, she's obviously mic'd up or something.
Yeah, bro.
It was
just like, nah, it's too late now, girl.
Oh my God. Yeah, it didn't work out that way, man. But like you said, I am looking forward to new things. Like, so I was cool with that. Some people was writing it off from the beginning, like, nah, this shit too Hollywood. Let's bring back battle rap to what we really want it to be. But I was for the shits. I was like, nah, I'm for the Hollywood sets. I'm there for it. But it just didn't translate. What do you think they can do better? Like, was it the way they shot it? Was it the way, like, what was it? The lighting, like, or just the place in general?
Yeah, I think what you said, it was too much open space. You got to know that, even especially, smacking them, like, they just got to understand, like, what's been working. So, for instance, like, when we just did the Moot card, right? They had people around us. They didn't have people on top of us, but they were, like, close enough where you were, like, the fans were able to even hear reaction. Because look, I'm going to keep it 1,000. I know people like, yo, this is, like, authentic battle rap. It's just a quiet room, all that stuff. I'm with all that. I'm with the small room. Let's go ahead and just see who raps better.
Right.
But at the end of the day, like, people want to hear reaction. It kind of gives all, like, because battle rap is entertainment at the end of the day, too. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's not what it was, when people was just going corner to corner. Now it's kind of elevated. So when people tune into Caffeine, like, they could say all they want, but the reaction helps them enjoy the material. And so when dudes are all the way in the back and you just kind of like, yo, you might as well not even have them there. You might as well shoot in a different type of way where it's just like, okay, we just doing Mook and Rock. Let's just do that type of setting. But so I don't think, like I said, on a professionalism, on a cinematic level, like, you looking at it like, yo, the lights were perfect. The crane shot was dope. You know what I'm saying? The camera, it was quality. It was top-notch quality. But for that battle, man, it was too much space. So you got them in the middle of Broadway.
Right.
And it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think.
Facts. I hope they get this together. You know what I mean? Which they will. I feel like it happens. We kind of ran into bumps early on with the Caffeine situation. And they kind of packed it up and figured it out. So I know they're gonna figure it out, but it didn't help. I missed the crowd reaction. This is something Nori was saying. He hates bubble battle rap. He's calling it bubble rap. And I kind of hate it too. Like, I want to hear reaction. I want to hear. But also, as a battle rapper yourself, you don't feel like that reaction gives you like an extra Super Saiyan mode? Because it does for me.
It does.
Like, when I get a reaction. Go ahead.
Yeah, like for me, when I was doing the Caffeine joints, I'm a rapper, so I'm able to go ahead and kind of like highlight my lyricism or whatnot. But at the same time, like, a lot of things I got knocked for when I was battling in that Caffeine room was, yo, Loso is stopping because of the reaction type of thing. But these dudes are going crazy behind the cameras and y'all just don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, for me, I'm a performer, especially if anybody does music and they doing concerts and stuff, you used to feeding off of the energy. So when you translate into battle rap, you hear somebody going crazy, you like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's just part of what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And so for me, it gets me hyped. But yeah, the same thing, like when I'm watching it, and like you said early on, when they were doing the Ultimate Madness tournaments, what I thought was so dope, even though it looked like it was just two guys up there, you were able to hear all the other people enjoying the battle behind the cameras.
Yes.
And so even something like that, which I think is really, really dope. But at the end of the day, man, it's like, what, and you like you said, they're gonna get it right, man. It's trial and error. These dudes are professionals. They're gonna look back at the game tape, they're gonna say, okay, cool, let's cut this out, let's add this. And I'm hyped for the next event, but just that is trial and error. We looked at it, we like, yo, that just didn't work. Let's move on.
Facts. So what did you think about the battles in general? So the first one we had was Danny and Ill Will. What did you think about that battle?
I ended up catching them all later on or whatnot, so I got them. So Danny and Ill Will, man, I thought that was actually the best battle of the night.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't know if you, okay. So Danny and Ill Will, best back and forth. And I'm actually not mad at 2-1 either way. You know what I'm saying? I thought Danny, high energy, you know what you're going to get. You know you're going to get balls on top of balls. I did think that me personally, if I had to lean towards the way, I thought Ill Will was just like a tad bit, little more entertaining, a tad bit. He just connected. He connected a little more for me. So, but that was definitely the battle of the night, even though they didn't really have no other competition in that. But I thought Ill Will was a little better than that. But it was a good battle though.
True. Same here. I think Ill Will got it. Only because for me it's like preference. I don't like Danny, man. Like, it's cool. Like he be barring and people like the bar guy thing and everything. But I don't know. I just feel like he's real monotone. He doesn't really change flows, and it's not really my cup of tea. So Ill Will definitely got that one for me. Who was after Ill Will?
Is that the B Dot one?
Oh yeah, B Dot and Chilla. What'd you think about that?
Yo, so first round I thought B Dot won, even though he did the new thing at the end and it didn't hit. I thought the round was won though. I thought he like one thing against B Dot and Holmesy ran into this issue the last event. Like you might even have better content than B Dot, but to me, I just feel like B Dot packages it better. So when he's rapping and he just sound like sonically, like he may not be giving me better substance than his opponent per se, but I just feel like he's delivering, he's presenting it much better. And Chilla and Holmesy, unfortunately, they don't rap at the pace that B Dot rap. They don't rap at the type of tempo he raps. So it's easier for just the average fan to be listening and be like, yo, B Dot's wilding on him. Now B Dot was up 1-0, and Chilla, I think he knows that. I think Chilla's one of those battlers, and I kind of put Tay-Rock in this same situation. Like, there's some battlers who got to get hit in the mouth to turn up. And I don't know if you ever, I don't know if you like that, but for me, like if I'm rapping and if I go first, if I lose the coin toss, I'm just trying to set the tone. But when I see a boy get crazy on me, my second round, it may be the same material, but now I'm taking it to another level.
Yes.
I think Chilla did that in the second. Chilla goes ahead, turns up, but you see B Dot. I don't want to say I don't think it's a choke, but he definitely was stumbling and was trying to catch up. And so the consensus, even when I was watching it on the playback, I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, Chilla and B Dot's going 1-1 into the third, and Chilla has. And the crazy thing is, Chilla's second to me was beatable.
Yeah,
Chilla's second to me was beatable, and I thought if B Dot got it off clean, he might have been able to beat that. So it's 1-1 going into the third, and Chilla just has an amazing third. Chilla had an amazing third, and unfortunately, B Dot comes back, and I thought Chilla, what he was doing, you know, he's highlighting some of the information that B Dot kind of put on himself, you know, about his issues with his wife and all that stuff. Chilla uses it, and I thought he had a great third, and then B Dot comes back, and unfortunately, there's some spots that just weren't clean, and that's the thing. That's not like B Dot. B Dot's a clean battle rapper. You don't get 3 clean rounds every time.
Correct.
And then obviously at the end of the battle, B Dot ends up saying, "Yo, Chilla got the battle." So I think the consensus right now is that Chilla won 2-1 anyway. But yeah, that was. For what it was, I mean, like those individual performances, I thought they were pretty good in that battle, but Chilla was just cleaner, and I think that's why he won the battle.
Yeah, correct. Besides that nasty ass vest he was wearing, I thought he killed it. But that vest was definitely a dub. He had to get that shit the fuck out of here. But yes, I wouldn't say surprised, but I was like, yo, B Dot is definitely gonna get the best of Chilla. That's what I was thinking going into it.
Yeah.
But Chilla broke him down. He did everything right. I feel like everything he was supposed to do, he did it. And I definitely got Chilla on that one.
And what's crazy, I don't know if you remember, there was some spots, like one of B Dot's angles was like, yo, you boring, like we don't know nothing. Like you don't give us nothing extra besides a great pen, right? Like we don't know nothing. But like Chilla in one of his rounds, I don't know if it was his second or his third, he's talking about, like he starts bringing that up. Like he almost like he knew what B Dot was gonna say, so he starts highlighting some things he went through growing up, and like, yo, you don't know what it is in my life, and so he starts giving you that side. So it's almost like when B Dot starts rapping about that, it's like, yo, but he just gave us that though. So like it was chess. It was a good strategy move. So a good strategic move. So it was a good battle though.
Facts. Okay. The next one was Kayshawn, right? Kayshawn and Pat State.
I think, was it Arsonal and Jerry West?
Oh, Arsonal and Jerry West. Yeah. Shout out to Jerry West, Brooklyn native. Shout out to Arsonal. Damn, man. For me, I think he 3-0'd him. I think it was a 3-0. What did you think?
Ooh.
I think Ars came up 3-0.
You Brooklyn, you're not even supposed to say that.
I wasn't, man. I love Jerry. I think he's my boy. Like, I love him. I got him coming on the show in 2 days. Like, but I'm like, he ain't give me what. Like, in the predictions, even like literally right before the battle, I'm like, nah, fuck that. It's Brooklyn all day. Jerry West going to take him out of, get him out of here. But I don't know. I need to watch it back. Let me say this, because maybe it was some shit in there I ain't catch. Maybe. But from what I was seeing yesterday, it was clean. And I was just like, damn, like, I didn't expect that. I didn't like the prop. You know, it didn't work. What did you think? What did you think?
Man, so I actually just tweeted this before the show. And so I said, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel it just seems like Arsonal is getting better. I don't know how that's possible. I don't know how because he's one of the greatest of all time, right? Like, he's doing this for so long. But I said, yo, I don't know what it is. Like, did you watch his official battle?
Yeah.
Like it just seemed like, and the crazy thing is, before the battle, I picked that one as one of the upsets. I said, yo, official might get Arsonal. I said, if any girl's gonna be the guy, official's gonna. And Arsonal, I don't know if it's the setting and if it's his flow that fits the setting so perfect. But like, in those settings, bro, like when you rap with these like four bar punchline setup type of thing, like, so if it doesn't land, it just looks bad, right? Yeah. So like guys like a Jerry or somebody else. But unfortunately, Arsonal's not doing that. He's just rapping straight through. And so he may have a light jab, but it's gonna sound better because the flow is just there. And bro, he did it to official, and I thought last night he was on it again, and he was on Jerry helmet the whole time. Yes. And I'm looking at it like, yo, there's no way he about to come in here 30 Jerry. Even though it's Ars, I'm just like, yo, there's no way he about to do that. And I actually taught Ars earlier today, and I told him, I said, bro, what's up? Like, what is it?
How are you doing?
And he said, he just told me, he was like, look, I have to, because there's some things on, I don't know what this means, but he's just like, there's some things in the work that I have to make sure everything is coming together. So he's getting some sort of motivation from, you know, from something extra, but Ars is like I said on Twitter, man, I said, yo, I don't know what it is, but to me, it's just like Ars is getting better. And that's scary. That's scary. So yeah, I called it the same way you did.
Yes.
And Jerry's my man. And Jerry's my man.
Yeah, yo, me too. I love Jerry. Like, I love Jerry OD as a person, as a rapper. I thought he was making all the right moves, getting to where he needed to go. When he got Arsonal, I was like, oh shit, this is a great opportunity for you to kind of skip levels. You know what I mean? If he would have got crazy with Ars, he would have skipped the levels. So I'm like, oh, he would have been there with them dudes. And, you know, he didn't take advantage of the opportunity. I don't know if it was because he did a bad job or Ars was he's just doing new, incredible things.
But you know what? Check this out, Ms.Fit. I don't know if you know this. So after we finished the Mook card, right? You know, Jerry battled Danny Mize that night. Mm-hmm. Battling EK. And we setting up. So, you know, they kind of talking to us or whatnot. And they throwing, you know, me and Jerry name around, like, as far as the battle next or whatnot. But they were like, nah, look, after y'all performances, we need to get y'all some names. Mm-hmm. So you know, there was some negotiations of both of us being on Volume 6 against other people. Here's the thing, though. Arsonal makes the call to battle Jerry. So I should have knew something was up, because Arsonal must have been, like, in the back of something, and, like, Arsonal it wasn't like URL came to Jerry and was like, yo, we want you to battle Ars, or Jerry was like, yo, let me battle Ars. Arsonal asked for Jerry West.
What?
Like, he asked for Jerry West. And so I don't know if it's like, yo, Jerry West coming right off of October 31st, right? Arsonal obviously battled 2 weeks before when he battled Official, but Jerry coming right off of October 31st. So he basically had about a month of prep, you know what I'm saying? More than enough time. And then obviously Ars has a little bit, but all I know is that Ars asked for him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that was like he kind of lined my dude up. You know what I'm saying? He was ready though. And so when you see stuff like that, you kind of like, and like you got to know that dude. Jerry knew that though. Jerry knew like Arsonal asked for him. And so when Jerry got him, I mean, to me, Jerry kind of had I don't know if a lot of people talking about it, like he's battled nothing but top-notch competition.
Yeah.
He has Rum Nitty, John on his resume. He got Geechi Gotti on his resume. He got Shotgun Sugar on his resume, Chilla Jones, Danny Myers, and then Arsonal.
Yes.
And regardless if you feel like them other dudes are like, they just battling better than Jerry, at the end of the day, Jerry is fighting against the top, like going against the top competition. It's not no days off. But, you know, when you go against those dudes, stuff like this occurs sometimes, and Arsonal was just a little better.
You think it's going to hurt, like, his progress, or you think, he still would be able to bounce back from this and still get big battles after this?
Yeah, he still would. This is my only thing, and I know you kind of like, you the same way with your brand. For me, like, so for instance, like Loso, right? Like, I kind of pride myself in, like, making sure I have a name in the culture, like, it holds weight in the culture. Here's the beautiful part about it. I got a name and I still got big battles to take. So my mind is like, those are still big bags I can get, right? Like I still got a Geechi Gotti battle. I still can get an Aver battle. I still get an Arsonal. I still get like these big battles. All I got to do is just set them up, right? So like I'm getting on cards, even though I'm battling like Rada. And I had a big battle with JC this year and then, EK and stuff like, so for Jerry, I think like, it's not a matter of stock. It's just a matter of like, yo, Jerry, now when they offer you, unfortunately, because you had nothing but top hitters all 2020, it's almost going to be like, okay, now we're going to kind of give you X, Y, and
Smaller
Z,
names.
Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, which Jerry could still go in there and say, I bet I'm going to do that, and I'm going to just show out. I'm going to just have performances of the night, and he could do that. But I would suggest anybody who's in Jerry's position where they're throwing you all that, just make sure you're not taking those battles for no $1,500 because later down the line, you want to make sure that those are your big bags. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that, yo, when they offer me the Rum Nitties and the Geechi Gottis, I have to up my price for those joints because I've earned it. And then not only that, it's like, yo, when else am I going to get a bigger match? So I think he's definitely going to bounce back. It's just the brand part now. It's like, okay, what we going to do, Jerry?
Got you. That's good insight. Like I didn't really think about it like that, but you're right. You're absolutely right. That makes a lot of sense. Because now I'm just thinking like, who do I want to see him battle? You know what I'm saying? I didn't expect Arsonal, so I guess I'll get hit with some random ones like that. I'll be like, oh okay, maybe a bill collector or something. Probably. All right, cool. So we had that, and then of course we had Sean and Pat. For me, the lackluster, the fact that
going into the battle,
huh?
Who'd you have going into the battle?
I thought it was gonna be like a 2-1 either way. That's what I thought. Cause I like Pat Stay a lot. Yeah. Everybody was telling me it's gonna be Sean 3-0 from the beginning, and I was just like, damn, like y'all doubting Pat that like that. I think Pat is really versatile. I think he shows up when he needs to. He's a veteran. Like he got some. He's been able to do the King of the Dot URL transition, and he did well versus Tay-Rock. I felt he did really good versus Tay-Rock. So, I mean, I thought he was going to show his ass. Not literally show his ass. So, what did you think? What was your opinion on that?
Same thing, right? I had the battle, like, being close going into it, but I'm not going to lie. As the night was progressing, I was thinking about that battle, and I was like, yo, it's just no way that Pat Stay is going to, like, have the same effect that he usually does. And he said that in his first round. He said, like, yo, I had to switch this up last minute. They told me it was going to be inside. Now it's outside, all this stuff. So, unfortunately, Pat, to me, was just, I'm going to just say it, and I love Pat to death, but he was just terrible. It was not good. It was awkward at times. And then I started asking myself, okay, is this just Pat Stay? Because here's the thing, though. I remember before they were supposed to battle. K-Shine was supposed to battle Pat Stay for Genesis.
Yes.
Instead of Clips, it was supposed to be Pat. Pat Stay was on. He was contracted for Pat Stay a while back, and so every time they try to make it happen, something was coming up, and they obviously wanted it for a big room, but. And then obviously it didn't happen in Summer. I think it was supposed to be Summer Madness or something. Oh yeah, Summer Madness, right? He didn't get Pat Stay for Summer Madness as well. So a lot of people was like, "Yo, save it for a big stage," but you don't know when the big stages are coming back.
Or if it's ever, yeah.
When Pat gets into that room, to me, I started asking myself, "Yo, is that just Pat in a small room?" Like, because you got to think about it. Some of the things he was saying, some of the short jokes, probably would have been getting some laughs from people, which would have then kind of like up Pat Stay's a little energy. Then you right, like it looked weird. Pat's like this 7-footer, you know, chasing around K-Shine in this like little octagon, and you kind of just like, yo, what am I watching right now? You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. So yeah, unfortunately, Sean was just better than Pat Stay. So Sean won the battle.
Yeah, Sean won the battle, but even Sean, I felt like performance wasn't where I wanted it. That third was garbage.
Right?
Yeah, it was weird. Playing the race card to Pat, I feel like it's overused. And like, if you're gonna play the race card, cool. He tried to be like creative, I guess, with that. But I was confused throughout the whole round, man.
Yeah,
I was like,
funny.
This is corny. Like, go past this, whatever. I get what he was trying to say, like, cool, white privilege, which is true. Fuck white privilege, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it.
Yeah.
But and in that battle, I was more excited for that than I was for Goods and Geechi. So to see that, I was tight. And then, you know, after he's like making jokes and shit, like, yeah, you know, I didn't prepare, you know. But it's like, damn. Just don't come, man.
But you've been had this battle though. Like,
yeah,
we all knew y'all was been supposed to battle. So I mean, granted, he did say he was rearranging some of his material the night before, but at the same time, I'm just like, all right, Pat.
But even so, how much do you have to alter your material from being outside and inside? Like, what were the bars saying? We're inside a room the entire round. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, it couldn't have been that many altercations. Whatever. But yeah, I was disappointed in that shit. I actually want them to do it over. Like, oh, this never happened. We're gonna do a do-over based on both of their performances, the scenery, everything. But maybe it was just a bad matchup from the beginning. Maybe Sean and Pat is just not it. Like, you know what I mean?
But this is the thing though, like, I actually said that when people were talking about it, the only narrative people was putting together was the fact that K-Shine is on his great winning streak, right? Like, he hasn't, quote unquote, lost a battle in like 3 years or something like that. And then you have Pat Stay, who's just really unbeatable, right? Like, he just kind of neutralizes his opponent. So people were like, we got this immovable object over here versus unstoppable force. Let's see who wins. It's like, okay, those two things may be true, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be a good battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, it already looks weird, like, just visually, right? It just looks funny. And then when you put them in that the setting that they were in, and then they high energy performers too, so it's like you kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, you're right. Like, maybe that matchup just wasn't what we thought it was.
Yeah, maybe not. We just was like, all right.
Yeah. It's like us growing up thinking like, yo, somebody need to do a Superman and Incredible Hulk movie. You know what I'm saying? And we just like, all right, put them together. Go ahead and just put them on Earth and just let them fight inside. And we like, all right, yeah, it's gonna be hype. It's Superman and Hulk, and then it just doesn't pan out. It's like, yo, just because like these are two great characters or people in our genre or whatnot, we don't necessarily need to see them go together. It needs to make sense. And so we dropped the ball as a culture, though. We dropped the ball as a culture. We let this go on for a year.
Yep. You absolutely right. We definitely dropped the ball as a culture. Because like, we asked for that for a long time. All right, cool. And I guess last but not least, it was Geechi, Gotti, and Goods. What was your insight on that?
Yeah, so man, I thought that, you know what, man, if it's not for Ill Will Danny, I actually enjoyed that battle. I actually enjoyed it. They kind of, to me, was almost like talking to each other, just like it was like the same coin, just different sides. You know what I'm saying? And so I did feel like, man, that's a battle I gotta watch back. So during the battle, I thought Geechi's third round about his haymaker business, about the that cannabis business or whatnot. I thought like him kind of like trying to neutralize Goods, like, yo, you really ain't the boss that you think you are. I thought that was a good angle. I thought Goods, I mean, he kind of, obviously every battle he carries his aura or whatnot, and that money talk, like, you know, yo, my contracts look like me and Smack on a partnership. Like, that's a crazy line. Like, like you just if you just hustling, like you kind of just resonate with that, right? Like he said that line, you just like, yo, like he's talking. So at the time of watching it, I did feel like Goods edged the battle. I thought it was a good battle. I thought Goods was to me, preference wise, I actually kind of resonate. I don't want to say I resonate, but I thought Goods just won the battle though.
Yeah, same. I thought Goods won. At times I was like, well, did Geechi win? I'm not sure, but I always enjoy Goods' style. I feel like that's how he neutralizes his opponents. He usually just be like, all right, cool, gangster, calm down, gangster. Like, this is not how you get money, gangster. This is not the way to live.
Yeah.
And, like, I really identify with that. Like, because I always say that, like, yo, man, like, y'all here killing everybody. And even when I battled, when we did the 2-on-2 versus Geechi and Kofi, me and Cole, like, one of our big angles was, yo, like, you always got a dead homie that passed away, my guy. Like either this means you just have no friends left, or you pussy because people just keep killing your friends. You know what I mean? So like at the third round, I felt like I was getting tired of hearing both their angles, if that makes sense. Like, because the boss talk was good for round 1 and 2. I wanted to see something a little different, like the change up. And the same thing with Geechi. And I feel like all Geechi's battles, he has the same concept. And I always thought he have a cheat code, because it's rare that he loses, because people will fuck with it, like, no matter what he says at this point. And then the whole every fucking bar, which is cool. I feel like he spit is what's real to him and what is considered real shit. But I don't necessarily agree with the every bar thing. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing in every bar? Like, rapping a bar? Like, what is happening in every bar? But whatever. Shout out to them. They got through it. I feel like in the entire night, it was one of the good ones, right? So we gave that to them. I gave Goods about 5 extra points for the Dior sweater, and I subtracted points for Geechi's braids. Hated them. Like, don't do braids.
Oh gosh.
So volume. All right, so that was it for the volumes. As far as Loso, right? What is next for Loso? Who do you have an opponent lined up, or is there somebody you want to go after?
So I feel like 2020, I mean, all year I just been on one. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to kind of like put my foot on people's necks again. And so next week I'm actually in Compton. I battle on Geechi's league. He has the Riot out there, and so I'm co-headlining out there against. I don't know if you know who Cali Smooth is.
I saw the card, and then I kind of looked into him.
So Cali, so he been battling for a minute now, so whatnot. But he a dude out there on the West Coast, and he been battling out there for a minute, so he got a name out there. So they got me out. So I battled him on Sunday, and then I actually was supposed to be on Born Legacy 11. So there's a card on the 19th. So what I was originally gonna do, I was gonna battle on the 19th, and I was gonna battle on the 20th. On the 19th, I was locked in for Chess, contract set, deposit set, all that stuff. Me and Chess was on the 19th, 3 rounds, and I was gonna fly the next morning out to Compton and battle Cali Smooth.
That worked.
Right. And so I was gonna do it. I was ready. I wasn't backing out of neither one battle, but Chess, something came up, so they got to push the battle back to their next like app joint or something like that, which is in January. So we'll see. I mean, as far as I know, the battle's still gonna go down, but we'll see what's up. But yeah, it's Cali Smooth right there, and then that'll probably be the end of 2020 for me. But other than that, you know, I just end up dropping a single with my boy Saga and A Ward. You know, I'm doing this. I'm headlining this Top Bull tournament with John Adon. He's doing like a bullpen tournament all around, pretty much I think the East Coast. And so he just did one in Tampa last night. And so whoever wins the tournament, and they already got a winner of the tournament, I actually battle that dude. I'm gonna give that dude a shot January 9th. And so I'm gonna go ahead and battle. And his name's Philly Hayes. So dude out, and I'm pretty sure he's from Philly. I'm gonna assume he's from Philly.
Right, I hope so.
Yeah. And so we battle January 9th. And so yeah, just working, man. You know, just trying to make sure. And then supposedly what we trying to lock in right now, King, and you getting a lot of exclusive stuff, Ms.Fit, just to talk with you. So But what we trying to lock in is Kings versus Queens 2 with Vixen. So Loso versus Vixen. And so I don't know if people know that was originally supposed to be the matchup. It wasn't supposed to be DNA Vixen. It was Loso versus Vixen. Last minute they called me. They was like, Loso, do you want to do the moot card? I was still kind of up in the air, but they ended up giving DNA to Vixen. They ended up moving me to the moot card versus EK, which was still dope. And so
not for DNA. Nah, it wasn't dope.
Yeah. So so that's I'm just trying to work. That's it. Hopefully I feel like at least I want to leave an imprint on 2020 as like, Loso was a top 10 battler. You know what I'm saying? Obviously I know people got some names that's gonna be in the champion of the year running, but I at least want to like be in the conversation like, my resume and my performances made me a top 10 battler in 2020. So
facts. No, man, you've been killing shit. Every battle I see you do it, I feel like you elevating as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not staying stagnant. You're giving us different shit, creative, and still staying true to your character. I like that a lot. Because the first time, for me, I was like, oh, man, this guy is good. You know what I mean? When you went against Briz, you know what I mean? Because Briz was going crazy, too.
Yeah, I choked in that battle. That was probably like, that was your first time seeing me?
It was the first time, because that was the first time I actually saw Briz, which is fucked up, because everybody was like, yo, Fit, you don't listen to Briz? Yeah. So, like, I was like, I seen him, but the fact that Briz did really well, and you were keeping up, and I was just like, wait.
Yeah.
This is...
Did you watch Me versus Moneybags?
Yes, I did. You fucked him up. Yeah.
Yo, you know what's crazy, man? Like,
shout out to Moneybags.
Yeah. So I had battled Daylight right before Moneybags, right? I had a battle in Daylight in the judge battle. And Moneybags was in the building. I knew I had him right after. So I battled Daylight and I ended up winning the battle. I ended up winning a judge battle versus Daylight. And but it wasn't a great performance. You just know, like, I might have won it, but it wasn't a good performance. So I ended up winning. And then Moneybags comes out. He's like, yo, we battle next week. I was like, yeah, I know. And I'm thinking, he about to get crazy. And he was actually getting crazy. But for some reason, Ms.Fit, I don't know what it was. That day I was just in my pot. Maybe because his name Moneybags, and I was just able to come up with like some crazy flip. But it was so that's to me. Like, it's such an underrated battle. I don't even think it's almost at 100K. But like, I tell people all the time, like, yo, you want to see a good battle like that y'all probably never saw? Like, go watch Loso versus Moneybags.
Yeah,
but
the eye bag line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
But I appreciate that, Ms.Fit. Like, I tell all the time, I mean, you probably know the story. Like, I tell people, like, yo, me growing up, me watching, Cortez out in grind time and then transitioning into URL, and then obviously always seeing you with, Murder Ave and stuff. That was just seeing Latinos and Latinas in battle rap, to me, was motivation. I was like, yo, like, I was rooting for y'all no matter who y'all was going against. I remember watching you and Shane Ashley. I was like, man, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there hype. Same thing with Cortez when he battled in Hitman. Like, that was just my mindset. And so today for me, like, like kind of, being one of the faces that's out there doing, putting on for Latinos too, it's just an honor, honor in itself. So I appreciate that though.
Nah, it means a lot, right? Because as you know, it's not many Latinos that are in American battle rap. Let's say that, because Latinos have their leagues of their own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But here in like URL and Queen of the Ring, like, we really hold it down. And you definitely made you're a staple in that now. I feel like, because it's like when you think of Latino battle rappers, your name is there. You know what I'm saying? And it's truly dope, and I think a lot of Latinos look to us and say, yo, thanks for holding us down. Like, people just say that randomly, like, yo, thanks for holding us down. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if y'all even knew that though, Ms.Fit. Like, for me, y'all was just representing for any, like, and that's why I had so much respect for Cortez. One time he said in the interview, he was like, he never publicly came out and was like, yo, stop calling me Mexican, because he knew he was the only representation up there, any Latino. So he didn't want to knock one. And for me, I was like, yo, that's so dope. And so that's why, when people try to like knock y'all, I'm like, yo, like, they was in a culture predominantly black culture, right? Like, and it's not like you get extra love because you Latino, nothing like that.
No.
Unfortunately, when you in there, like them holding their own, regardless if they rapping in Spanish or not, I was like, yo, it's they pioneers in their own way. And for me, obviously, you know, you got a dude who was watching y'all and now infiltrating the culture too. I could definitely say, yo, like, hey, thank you.
I appreciate that, because it's things like that you would never know. You know what I mean? So sometimes we just hear and like we might even sometimes be upset about it. Because I remember having conversations with Cole like, yo, why is it so openly okay for people to be prejudiced towards us? You know what I mean? We have to do something different. Like we have to make this like, no, this is not cool. You know what I mean? But Cole is always like the person that's like, yo, Fit, battle rap. You know, chill out. Because when I first started, I was real ignorant. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm slapping every bitch who says something crazy. But now I get it. You know what I mean? I get it now. But it was definitely something that kind of always bothered me. And when you mentioned what he said about, you know, the Mexican thing, because he actually brought that up to me too. It was like, Fit, you know, we represent for Mexican community as well. So, yeah, they call us Mexicans or whatever, but it's important that we don't really shit on that. You know what I'm saying? For me, the frustration was not so them calling me Mexican. My more frustration, it was the ignorance of not knowing the difference. It was just like, yo, like, you can't just randomly everybody's Mexican. Like, you gotta learn something, guys. Like, this is not it. And so somebody was like, yo, Fit, they know you're not Mexican, bro. They just fucking with you.
Good work.
Facts. Yeah, so that. But I'm glad you mentioned the Kings versus Queens, because that, for me, I think that should be permanent in the URL catalog, just like a Summer Madness or a Volume or Gnome, because it brings so much attention, and that shit was trending over a lot of shit. I feel like the girls are super entertaining, especially when they go against the men, right? So how did the conversation come up between you and Vixen? And, you know, was it you? Was it her? Was it the league? Tell me a little bit about that.
So, you know, it's crazy. I was late to the Vixen party, but I was earlier than probably 90% of the culture. So earlier this year, I had a 2-on-2 versus Geechi and B-Dot. And so I'm doing my research online. And so I'm just looking up some 2-on-2s just to get motivated on like certain chemistry that certain 2-on-2 battles are doing. And so I end up seeing Clean Paper and Bankhead. They was battling females. They battled and Vixen. So I just click on it. I know Miss Hustle. I've never seen Vixen a day in my life. I don't know nothing about Vixen. I click on the battle, and they both wilding on Clean Paper and Bankhead. Like they are getting crazy. And then I'm noticing Vixen though. Like I'm just like, yo, her energy and like her bars, and so you know, obviously in the 2-on-2, like you guys are writing together, but regardless, like I'm like, yo, who is she? So I go and I watch another battle, and I'm seeing she battle Coffee, and she's wilding on Coffee, and so we end up battling. We end up doing the 2-on-2 battle, and Vixen is actually there. She's in the venue, and I walk up to her, and she's like, Loso, you know, big fan. I said, look, let me stop you right there, Vixen. I said, yo, I've been watching you lately. Like, I've been late, but I apologize. Like, I just want to go ahead and let you know, like, I've been following you recently. And so when that happened, we end up talking, and Vixen actually came out and was, she just tweeted it. She was like, yo, if I don't want URL and King and Queen of the Ring to do another card without me. She feels like she's been left off of a lot of cards. Like every time she wanted to get a big look, she's just been left off. And so regardless if they have 40 bars, official, whatnot, Vixen says like, yo, I should be in that conversation. So she ends up tweeting, yo, I think me and Loso should battle. I want to battle Loso. And so that's when conversations started coming around. We end up doing a Hip Hop Is Real interview. We end up doing Uncle Ra interview, all this stuff. And so people started like gravitating towards it on Twitter and Instagram. And then we got the call. We got the call for it. But then, like, you know what I'm saying, last minute, obviously they end up switching it. But she ended up, after she battled First Lady Flames, they asked her, like, who do you want? And she was like, you know, ultimately I want to battle John John. But she said, I want to kill Loso first. So get me Loso. And so, you know, it ends up, and the conversation ends up coming up. And then obviously, you know, I end up battling EK and end up doing well. So people want to start seeing this this battle once again. And so that's how I kind of came up from the ground up.
Gotcha. I mean, I would like to see that. I think that's gonna be a goodie. I think that's gonna be a
Yeah,
goodie.
yeah, yeah.
But let me ask you something. Do you think it's a coincidence that y'all both Latino? I feel like they do
Yeah,
that all the time, man. Like why? Like I feel
always.
like they did the same thing with RX and my verse. I feel like they did it
Yeah,
with you and Emerson Kennedy. I feel
yeah.
like it's like only like five of us. But they always kind of like try to put us against each other. Like they immediately wanted me to battle Vixen. They immediately wanted me to battle RX when she started coming around. You know what I mean? Norbs actually, it was Norbs said, "All right, when I battled official, he was like, all right, you want RX or official?" I was like, Norbs, son. Like he was really pushing
Yeah,
the
yeah.
RX thing, and I was like, bro, respect to RX, that's my sis and all that. But bro, like, are you just trying to put us together because we Latina, son? Like, what is it?
I don't know if they think like it just looks better, like aesthetically on the card, or if we just look better standing in the card. Like I'm really confused because like I don't know what it is. Like they really just want us to kill each other and get us out of there. And Cortez has battled a handful of Latinos before, but
Yeah,
for me, I never like when I came into the game, I always wanted to kind of just come alongside Cortez. Like that was my. I told people all the time, like even though I linked up with John, if Tez would have called me for the Tears over Tears joint, I would have left bullpen and went over there.
right. I
Like
told Cole he dropped the ball. Yeah,
yo, not even like not for nothing. Like all I needed was a phone call. I would have left because that's how much of a fan I was. But obviously I never linked up with him. But yeah, I got calls too. I got calls to battle Don Marino. I got calls to battle Cortez. I got calls, and I battled Jay Murder. But and people think he and he's like my evil twin brother. So when we end up battling each other, it's like these guys is like a spitting image.
right.
But yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I tell people all the time, look, just because we both like Hispanic heritage, like it's not gonna be a fire battle. Not all the time.
Right. Yeah. Correct. So, about that, the Emerson Kennedy battle. How did you feel? How did you feel about that? Like, obviously you took the W. It was clear for me. It was a clear 3-0. Shout out to
Yeah.
Emerson Kennedy though. You know what I mean? But I feel like you went in. You knew what you was trying to do. You got it done, and you was up out of there. How did you feel about that battle?
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
felt.
during the battle, I actually felt like it was a lot closer. I
Hmm.
thought when he had went with his first round, I'm like, yo, this is kind of crazy. This first round kind of crazy. Second round, I thought I had it, and in the third round, I actually thought it was a toss up. I get off stage, and all I'm getting on tweets and Facebook and Instagram is like, yo, it's a body. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
it was a
Jay
body.
Black, Jay Black ends up reading off the caffeine votes, and he's like, yo, you clearly won this one. You clearly won this round. You clearly won this round. I said, hey, I ain't about to argue with the fans off
Right.
that, but not for nothing though. I knew, I wanted to my conversation with URL after I had battled Rada, I was like, look, like it's the looks for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to be on certain like caffeine events and stuff like that. I can't just be battling anybody like that. And so we worked out a situation to get on the Mook joint. And I knew it was gonna be a lot of odds because that's the Mook and Rock card, right? Like I
Yeah.
mean, same thing. If you a boxer and you battling on the same card as like Tyson and Roy Jones, like you want to show out. And so for me, when I got on that card, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew how I wanted it to, to kind of like look on aesthetically and then how to present myself. So when the battle was done and everybody was showing me why I love, I was like, all right, cool, job done. You know what I'm saying? EK to me is a fire guy, and regardless of what people think about him dyeing his hair stuff, I don't. I be telling him all the time, I was like, yo, EK, chill and battle rap with that, bro. But he just wants to stand out being different. But you're right. Like what I came to do is what I did that day. So I was happy.
Nah, yeah, it was definitely clear for everybody. I remember watching it and was just like, oh my God, like this guy is going off. So yeah, that shit was definitely dope. But for you, right? We all come in this battle game. Well, not all. I say we all come in with different agendas. You know what I'm saying? For me, like when I first came in, I saw it as a way or a platform to exercise my lyricism, as a platform to kind of like boost what I had going with my music career and things like that. So you know, obviously you've influenced by the game, you've watched it, you know, from earlier on. What was your initial thought? Like, okay, I want to do that, or I want to do that to get X, Y, Z. Like, what
Yeah.
was the original thought?
The original thought was actually I had I had a small little family. You know, if you're a local artist around your city or whatnot, you're gonna be and you nice, like you're gonna be able to cultivate a fan base. So I actually had a fan base, a small one though, and I used to do these open mic joints. And during my open mics, I used to have a segment for just acapellas, right? I would just spit some acapellas that I wrote. And when I spit the acapellas, people would come up to me afterwards and be like, yo, you kind of rap like a battle rapper. And so for me though, it's obviously I knew where it was because I watched battle rap, right? Like I remember like driving to high school, I was like 15, 16 years old and listening to Murder Mook and Jay Mills on the CD that somebody ended up buying. You know what I'm saying? So when I end up, obviously I'm seeing these other dudes, like two of my favorite battle rappers at the time was Young Ill and actually it was Young Ill was my favorite, like just like, you know, his style or whatnot. And so when I used to do these acapellas, that's how I came across. So when people was like, yo, you should battle rap, I used to say like, yo, there's no way I could do that. There's no way I could remember all that material and get on stage and battle my opponent. And so I heard about a tryout in Tampa. And when I heard about the tryout in Tampa, I actually only did it originally because it was a bucket list thing. I wanted to see if I could do it. If I could do it, then I'll get back to this music stuff and then that's it. But the day I did the tryout though, and dude ended up wanting to bet me. He wanted to bet me on the spot. So we ended up betting like $500 and boom, ended up winning the battle. Not only did I win the battle though, but it was such a ripple effect in the city that I had to do another one. I couldn't just not battle ever again. So I did another one, same thing. And then after that, I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna try this out one more time. I heard about a tryout in Atlanta with John and Bullpen. Yeah. And it was like 26, 30 battlers out in that tryout. And, you know, it was like $2,000 grand prize. You get to go. And I said, yo, let me just see how well I could do. Ms.Fit, I ended up winning the whole thing over there. I ended up winning the whole, I'm a new guy. I'm winning the whole tournament with these dudes who's been battling that spit that heat for years. And I ended up winning the whole tournament. And so at that moment, I said, okay, I could do this and then navigate people right back to my music. And so I started getting booked more. I started seeing like people were like, yo, this guy is like unique. He's in the battle scene. He's killing it over there. And he's different than all these other artists that we're booking. So let's go ahead and get him. And so to me, like wherever, you know, if I'm walking down Times Square, if I'm in Miami, wherever I'm at, like there's people who know me and 99% of the time is because of battle rap. Yep. So originally it came in because of bucket list, but then I obviously started using it to kind of elevate my platform and everything else I was trying to do, pointing people back because battle rap's like my biggest platform where I get the most eyes on me. But now I want that to kind of my goal is to catapult me into like movies. Like I want to kind of like get my foot into like a Netflix series or something. I'm actually shooting this pilot episode in LA next month. So hopefully it looks good. You know what I'm saying? We shooting it. So Emerson Kennedy, he's real big and like, so he has like a lot of dope situations going on right now. He actually has a film company. And so he wants me to come do something. But for me, my goal, I just have an interest. I don't even know if I'm good at it. Like, but I wanna do something like that. I just feel like if I could get into the door there, I feel like I'll be able to excel at that just with my personality or whatnot. So, right, like I said, so battle rap, pointing back to my music, but now I kind of want to shift battle rap and see if it could get me open some doors with some movies and stuff like that. So we'll see.
That's dope. So what would be the end game for you? Like at what point, like when you reach there, you feel like, all right, this is the end game. Would it be, you know, you in a movie getting an Oscar or on stage getting a Grammy? Like what does that look like for you? When you feel like I've reached it.
Man, that's kind of tough because, you know, like you just you're a creative yourself, right? Like you doing this, you know what I'm saying, this show right now or battle rapping music or what. Like it's like for us, it's never just one thing. We always want to conquer something else, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is for me. So like right now I don't have an end game. It'll be dope if I got into like a dope a dope Netflix series or something like that, you know what I'm saying? And then on the battle scene, like for me, like Hitman Holla is like one of my all-time favorites, right? So like I would love to battle Hitman. Like I feel like that would be the end game for me in battle rap. If I get a battle with Hitman in front of like 1,500, 2,000 people, I could bow out. I'd be like, all right, I'm out.
I did it. Yeah.
Music, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants that one hit single that, you know, people will hear and stuff like that and know you for. So right now, you know, just I just want to be faithful to where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Be committed to my work, not slack off. I want to constantly put out good work. I want people to know, like, yo, when I see Loso's Instagram, I know it's not gonna be no like trash. Like I know like the quality video is gonna be great. I know the quality of music, I know the quality of pictures or whatnot. When they see my content on YouTube, same thing. Like everything is top notch, industry level, and so that's my goal right now. And hopefully, you know, as I continue, I start doing more. I definitely want to do a podcast too. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off something like that. But you know, little steps here and there. We'll see what's up.
Fire. I agree too, man. I be wanting to get into the movie shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie.
You just do something though?
Yeah, and I think I just did the shit on Netflix, the 40-year-old version. And to be honest, that producer and a director / actress / awesome person, she actually has been inspiring me to do movies even long before we even shot for this. It was kind of crazy because she reached out to me to try out for an Empire role. The role of Frida, the female female rapper or whatever.
Yeah.
And I remember I was doing the audition and I'm like, I'm tired of this, Lucius. Get out. Hilarious. But that was the first time I really thought like, damn, you know, it would be great to be a part of that. But I see what you're saying is hard to have an end game, because if you would have asked me 5 years ago, hey, would you do a podcast, or what is even a podcast? Like, you just would never know that. You know what I mean? So I feel like the best battle rappers find their way into different lanes of revenue and to maximize what this fame has done for us, right? I think the worst ones is where it's like, all right, I'm going to just battle and then fuck this and I'm going to see where this money get. Those are usually the angry ones that are like, I'm not getting paid enough. You know what I mean? Because they're not using that as an outlet to get more money in different places, you know? So, you know, after she had hit me up for the Empire shit, obviously I didn't get the role. But yeah, I've never did any acting or thought I was going to get into any acting. But then that's when she reached out to Babs years later about doing the Queen of the Ring joint. And it was so dope. You know what I mean? It was my first time getting an insight on what it's like to make a movie. Like, for my little scene, like if you saw it, it's like, it's a small scene. It's like maybe 5 minutes or so, whatever. I was there for like 24 hours, literally. 24 hours. Like, it was mad long because you have to be on call at every given moment, waiting for the producer to say, come on, it's your time to go. So they're doing my makeup over like every 10 minutes. They're like, all right. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm like, yo, I want to go outside. Can I smoke? They're like, and then, you know, the little assistants are like, please don't go anywhere. They're gonna kill me if I lose you. Please don't leave. And I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. It's mad long. So that's when I realized, I'm like, damn, do I want to get into movies, man? Because this would literally be something I would have to dedicate my every minute of the day to. So, and then when I think of how people shoot, you know, movies, and it takes years to develop, like, you really got to actually love doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So even myself, I'm interested in doing more movie roles only because it's like, yo, this is just a different type of talent that it's like, yeah, correct. And it's a skill that you have to sharpen. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, this is really dope. I like that. I like that. So this is a part where we kind of take questions from the chat. All right. So everybody who got a question for Loso, put it in the chat. It's gonna be from you to him. I got the first question here. Do you like the caffeine votes or no?
So like for me as a I'm always trying to think business wise, right? So like if you call me up for a judge battle, I'm gonna charge you more, right? Because like wins and losses, they stay with you throughout your whole career. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bigger risk. Like I actually just got called for another judge battle, and I was like, I bet, but it's not gonna be the same price that I just did this other battle for. And so the caffeine votes, unfortunately, have just made it seem like now you have wins and losses all the time, right? Like because there's just no way it's gonna be even votes. So I like it in the sense of like it's interactive, it gets the fans involved. But on the flip side though, it's like, yo, that's not how it's been this whole time. You know what I'm saying? We haven't had those votes before. And so you kind of allow these people off of one watch to kind of grade what you spent 6-7 weeks doing. You know what I'm saying? I've spent 7 weeks putting this material together, and now you putting it in the hands of these people to just say, boom, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't like it. This round was trash. Yada, yada. Like you haven't really even analyzed it. You know what I'm saying? So it's a gift and a curse, I would say.
Gotcha. Well, what about the round for round voting? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's more fair, or do you feel like it's still kind of like that, where like there's no way you could actually judge this off of first watch?
Yeah. It's definitely more fair than just putting up my name at the end of the battle. I would say that. It's definitely more fair than that. But I mean, unfortunately, that's just I understand why caffeine does it, right? Like it's a streaming service, and so when people they want to kind of like gauge their interest and their interaction, and the fans love it. So I'm all for it. Like whatever the fans want, I'm with that too. But unfortunately, like if you're gonna start like using that as like, hey, well, because like sometimes they'll call you and they'll be like, look, Ms.Fit, such and such. Just the caffeine kind of said that she beat you, and so because she beat you, she's in like you like nah, like
No.
we agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see.
Gotcha. And yes, I agree with you, Rob. Rob in the chat says the majority of the time people don't even catch 80% of the bars on the first watch. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, man. Like I said, you basically having somebody judge off of like 9 minutes of their time on caffeine of something that you spent hours and hours on. Like it's no way you're gonna critique my third round angle when I literally spent 3 sleepless nights putting it together. It's like an album review, right? Like, yo, how am I gonna listen to a Jay-Z album one time and say, oh, it was trash? It's not good. Yo, you know how like we don't know how long this man spent on it. Like sit on it and kind of like dwell on the material. And so and then unfortunately, like sometimes it's just preference, right? Like I just rock with this dude, I rock with that. And then on top of that, in the caffeine chat, I don't know if you see it, but you got battle rappers in there too who got influence, and they kind of swayed I felt like, me personally, I felt like that was the case with one of my boys' battles. I'm not gonna say his name. Like one of my boys was up there battling, and all of a sudden, everybody, like I see some other battle rappers, and they just like they like not for, like they shitting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like they really killing him in the comments, and when the fans are seeing that, they joining them. Like they really just heckling them now. And so it's just no way to kind of get an unbiased opinion on that. So
yeah. I definitely think that plays a major role in it. The influencing of the battle rappers that be in the chat. I said it on here. I think they did that to Cole when he battled Easy to Block Captain. They was doing the most in the chat. Like, and it's like, yo, you're not even letting the fans come to a real decision because you got top tier battle rappers in there. Like, y'all might not think this is nothing to y'all. Y'all think it's a key. But these fans are actually like, oh, yeah. Like, I'm here. I just want to say what Geechi's saying. I just want to say because these are their favorites. So, I think everything has their goods and bads and shit. But I think for the most part, I do like the individual round judges.
I like that too.
Because once you vote, somebody lost the first round and then they lost the next two, you can't go back and change your vote. Like, oh, nah, my man's just losing. I got to give him that round back.
Yeah.
So that's one. But I do feel like it is more so swayed by the majority of opinion. You know what I mean? I felt the same way when it came down to Miss Hustle versus Lady Luck. I respect both MCs. I love Lady Luck as a person and an artist, like a music artist. But I don't think she won that battle. I think Miss Hustle got that battle clear. But because Rock was on there wilding on her shit, it was more influenced in the other direction.
Yeah, cool.
It is what it is. Everything got its fucking kinks. All right, I'll take the next question from the chat. Thanks for the chat and also for throwing these questions in there. I appreciate you guys. All right, so which battle do you feel solidified you as a battle rapper?
Yeah, man, I felt like I've had a couple battles where it was. So, for instance, my B-Dot battle, we actually did that in 2017. But what was so dope about that battle is that neither one of us touched the URL stage. We sold out, and so we was the main event ahead of John and Chilla Jones on that joint. It was in Atlanta, and it was packed out. Now, I'm not saying we was the only reason because, you know, you had K-Shine versus Bad News. But that battle, it was so dope because it was two young guys coming up in the game at the same time. Right. And we was able to kind of like do number, like we had like almost 500,000 on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And so that was about us solidifying. But like, unfortunately, like you kind of always have these renewals in your career. And so now I would say the battle that kind of like put people on again, it was my JC battle this year because everybody had JC going into that battle, especially in a small room where it's quote unquote just a pen. But for me, Ms.Fit, like you probably could like testify to this. Like there's just some battles that you so locked in for. Like I tell people all the time, like in my mind, I had already 3-0 JC 30 times in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like before the battle, I've already replayed this situation, so I already know how it's gonna come. And so when it happened, and it's JC who's one of the best, right? Yeah. Like I already knew what time it was. I knew like, yo, if I don't get the job done for this time, it's a wrap for me. And so when I went in there and clearly like beat JC, people were just like, oh, okay, Loso, like we knew you could beat these other dudes, right? But like people be like, yo, we know Loso could beat an EK or a Rod or something like that, but can he beat the JCs and stuff like that? And so when I did that, that kind of like solidified me in this culture. Like, okay, we got to rock with him now.
I agree 100%. Because a lot of people counted you out. Where like, oh, JC, you know, can he beat JC though? But you cooked, boy, and it's crazy. Like, did he know about the scenario you rapped about?
So check this out, man. So,
yo, if y'all not familiar, yo, my man Loso broke down the situation that happened prior to them meeting each other as battle rappers. But yo, let me know.
So I was just a fan, right? So like real quick, I was just a fan, and you know, I just reached out to JC. I saw him one time online. It was like in 2013, I want to say. I think that's what the email said. And he was just like, yo, if you want to feature, hit me up. So I hit him up, and he was like, yo, I'll do it for $150 right now if you pay me. I said, bet. I sent it to him. And months went by, you know what I'm saying? And he never did the feature. And so I said, all right, bet. What's crazy is I didn't want to join battle rap until maybe like 2 years, 3 years later, right? But I ended up joining battle rap. Not only do I end up joining battle rap, but I start get popping. Like, you gotta think about it. It's like 1 million battle rappers in the world, but only a handful of people. The percentage is small that you become a household name. So I end up coming here now, right? And I had already seen JC a handful of times. But like for me, it wasn't nothing like, yo, I'm gonna just like approach him for it. I just kind of just left it. You know what I'm saying? I just left it. I never told him about it. And so when we came to battle, I was still trying to think in my mind, like, yo, what angle do I kind of hit him with? And I sat back, I said, wait a minute, this man owed me $150 still. You know what I'm saying? So I went into my email, Ms.Fit. I just typed in Julian Carter. Boom, pop right back up. I started it, and I had the mindset of just like, yo, I'm gonna set up my whole battle called a feature act, right? And I was gonna do the first one like, yo, you'll never be a top feature in this game. Then my second round was, yo, your features on your body kind of look kind of crazy. In the third round, I was like, yo, there's one more feature I gotta talk to you about. And that's when I knocked it out the park. And so during the battle, if you watch it, he's like, yo, what are you talking about? But after the battle, he comes up to me. He says, yo, man, I apologize. Like, hit me up, bro. I got you on that verse. If you need, I'm straight, bro. I'm good. Yeah, man, that's kind of crazy, though.
Yo, it was perfect. And I'm like, yo, how could he not know?
Yeah, because you got to think about, at that time, I wasn't Loso, though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wasn't who I am today. And I think I'm like, maybe the email might have said Los. You know what I'm saying? I might have said, like, I'm Los. But, like, if if you anybody and you putting out a feature request, your email probably stop power. Like, okay, cool, I got. So you're not really remembering like all these people, but you probably do want to make a mental note, like, yo, I took old boy's money. I just want to put this to the side just in case anybody ever come after me again. But yeah, so when I come up to him and I tell him like, yo, that was me, bro, he was like, yo, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that was great. That was great, and you tailored it so well. It translated exactly how. Like I felt like I was there when he was emailing you, and I'm like, oh, this is crazy. This is foul, Jason. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope. Salute, for real. I love that one. All right, cool. So the next question is, why do rappers form groups? Why do you think rappers form groups?
Man, I mean, maybe the mindset of like strength in numbers. You know, for me, I never wanted to join a group, but obviously I ended up joining the group, but that's because like we were cool like outside of battle rap. That's what I would tell people, like groups where it's like for instance, like Murder Ave, right? Like y'all, I don't know if y'all not a battle rap group. Y'all just like y'all family outside. And so like for me, A-War, Saga, and Street Hymns, right? Like we really rock with each other outside, and we do other things. Like we put on concerts and all these other things that we do outside of battle rap. But I think sometimes, like, I mean, it's in anything. You just want a sense of community. And so when you get a sense of community, you kind of want to like link arms with people. Then on top of that, it may be beneficial. Let's just call it for what it is, right? Like if I'm an upcoming battle rapper and I get a cosign from K-Shine and DNA, that might get me on certain cards, right? Like they looking at it like, yo, if they co-sign this dude, then okay, cool. I was never in a group with John, but because John was co-signing me, I'm not gonna sit up here in front like that didn't help me. That put eyes on me. And so I think that's why people usually do it. But unfortunately, you see people falling out. You see people not really talking. I got this dude right now who's in one of the biggest battle rap groups in the culture. I'm not gonna say their name, but he's like, yo, I don't know the last time I talked to such and such. We don't even. I said, yo, y'all got a group chat? It was like, nah. I said, y'all don't even got a group chat, bro. And so it's just for show almost sometimes.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Obviously I never wanted to be a part of like a battle rap group because like Murder Ave, it technically wasn't even a rap group at all. Mm-hmm. It was like some street shit. You know what I mean? We were all from the same block. We used to call ourselves Murder Ave Street Soldiers. So it was it was mass originally. You know what I mean? We used to walk around more so like it was a family. You know, we were all related some way, some shape, or some form. Yeah. Like this person is cousins with that person. That's my brother. And then it kind of was like generations passed down. Like our older brothers and sisters, and it kind of trickled down to us, which was kind of dope. But then when me and Court entered the battle rap situation, I never really wanted to connect Murder Ave with like a group of battle rappers. I always wanted to let people know, like, yeah, I'm Murder Ave and Core's Murder Ave, but there's so many other Murder Ave members that have nothing to do with battle rap. Mm-hmm. So it's funny because when we battle rap and people are like, yeah, fuck Murder Ave, yada yada, we got our regular dudes like, yo, son, y'all battle rap, y'all need to chill, man. Y'all got people talking spicy, and I'm like, yo, it's just rap, son. We good on this side. But I do see what you mean. A sense of community. Sometimes it can help, build your name into a bigger name. But what I would recommend to anybody who's going into the group with these things in mind, also check out the group you actually getting into. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that they're actual brotherhood within themselves before you enter yourself in that. Because what you intend to do, it could actually do the opposite. If you drop out and it's just like, oh man, you know what I mean? Like, it look kind of crazy. Like if you ask me, you know what I'm saying?
But, also, I would say too, like establish yourself before you join a crew. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to like, oh, that's T-Top man's or that's K-Shine man's, right? Like you want to already have an established. So when you get into the group, they benefiting off of you just as much as you benefiting off of them, right? Mm-hmm. Like you don't want to just like, because you're always gonna seem like the little boy there, you know what I'm saying? You're always gonna seem like the little dude. And so I think you establish yourself. And on top of that, unfortunately, let's just call it for what it is. When you join these groups, you X out a lot of potential battles, right? Like unless you battled them before that, but like a lot of times when you get in there, now you just won't see certain things, right? Like if Twerk and T Top join a group, we just know like, all right, cool, they never gonna battle each other, and we want it to be a battle. So I would say those two, like if you're an up and coming battle rapper, like my advice, and this is my advice, I would say, yo, gain your own leverage first, just make your own name and then join a group if you want to do that.
I agree. All right, cool. So it says, would you rematch Briz 3 rounds?
Yeah, that's my goal. Like for me, that's the only stain that I got on my career, really. That's the only, and I battled, I want to say maybe 40 times. I've done 40 battles now. And so there's only one time I left the stage
40?
and I was like, huh?
40?
Yeah, nah, 40 battles. That's it.
That's gangster. Sheesh.
Yeah. I got 40 battles now. And so but for me though, Ms.Fit, it's like there was only one time where I got off stage and I felt like, one, I wasn't prepared. And there was, I could say whatever reason, but like wasn't. And then obviously I like that wasn't my performance, and I lost, you know what I'm saying? So like John has tossed it around sometimes, but obviously, Briz not even battling now, you know what I'm saying? Obviously he had the Mook joint, and there's obviously he had real life issues too with his homeboy, his best friend passing away. Shout out to Briz about that. But but I would, if that opportunity presented itself. But I feel like, especially because his situation, there's so many other storylines that people would rather entertain. But yeah, personally I would though.
Bet. Yeah, I would watch Briz and you battle. But Briz, we everybody wants you back, Briz. Come through, man.
Yeah.
I hope everything's good with you. But make your way back, my guy.
Yep.
It says, what disadvantages do you encounter in battle rap, and how have you overcome them? If there are any disadvantages.
Yeah, man, I would say, like, obviously we talk about obviously me personally, I just feel like being Latino, there's definitely a disadvantage. But one of the clear disadvantages for me personally is obviously that I'm open about my faith, you know what I'm saying? So like me, like people knowing like I'm a Christian, or people knowing that I'm proud of being Christian, like it's almost like a free angle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's they could use anything, right? Like they'll, similar to me being Latino, they call me Mexican. Just because I'm Christian, now they use all these Catholic punchlines. I'm like, what? Like, whatnot. Yeah, it is what it is. But regardless, though, at the same time, it's like people automatically have this preconceived notion of like, yo, this is what a Christian, right? Like street hymns. I don't know if you know street hymns, right? Like people would be like, okay, we know he looks like a Christian battle rapper, right? Because like he wears the book bag, he has the glasses, kind of raps like a certain way. But like when they see Loso, like unfortunately, like I tell people, like, I mean, like if you just come to where I live, like people be like, yo, we've known him before, he turned his life around, whatnot. So like, so when you see me and you see this dude who's tatted up, right? Like, sometimes I rock my goals, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll see me out, like it's whatever. I don't look like the shirt and tie, big Bible in your hand type of dude. But unfortunately, I get it from both ends. So unfortunately, like you got Christians who actually be writing me, Ms.Fit, like be like, yo, you ain't a Christian. Like you not a Christian or what? And I'm like, what? And then I got battle rappers who be talking, or battle rap fans who be like, yo, you too Christian. And I'm like, yo, I can't win on either side. Like you think I'm too Christian, you think I'm not Christian enough. So like I've gotten to a point where I'm just like, look, man, like I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be authentic to myself. The people closest around me, like there's not one person, there's not a battle rapper who can say like, yo, Loso ain't real. Like like they know me outside of this. There's not an opponent that I've battled that I don't have their phone number and I don't have a good relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to be authentic wherever and that was my mindset before I was even in battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Like in the hood, people still to this day, like I'm with everybody today. You know what I'm saying? This morning, like we just out, on the block or whatnot. We all just having a good time. And so I would say that's a disadvantage because people have their preconceived notions of like what a Christian is. And so when they encounter me, they just like, yo, what is this? And they kind of, on their guard a little bit. But regardless, I'm gonna push through that. And how I overcame it, I would say, is like that mindset, like, yo, like you always gonna have a hater. You always gonna have a troll. And especially if you don't have one, like, you know, you're not really making an impact. You know what I'm saying? So for me being out there, like, I know, like, yo, these people taking their time out of their day to talk about me, to like, even if they want to slander me, like, I know I matter to some people out there. So I want to make sure that I keep just like opening doors and being a pioneer in whatever avenue I'm in, and you know, just being faithful to that. So
Dope. Nah, that has to be hard, you know, especially with something like that, getting it on both sides. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I kind of dealt with that in the aspect of like the LGBT community.
yeah.
And how they people are always telling me like, Fit, like, you're not playing on that enough, like you need to play on this and kind of like get more fans in the LGBTQ community.
Yeah,
And it's tough for me sometimes because in that community sometimes it's like I'm not gay enough.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
in the straight community, it's kind of like, well, you just straight gay. You know what I mean? So it's tough. Like, you know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
not gonna front because, like, I remember going up to this lesbian promoter, right? And it was a time, you know, I was a little fucked up. I had no bread. I was trying to come up, and I think this might have even been before battle rap. I was like, yo, man, I want to promote with you. I feel like, you know, I'd be a good asset. Like, I know a lot of people. I'm in the loop. I rap. I be hitting up venues and all this shit. I think I could bring some people. So she was like, yo, Fick, keep it a buck. Like, you hang out with a lot of dudes, though. And I was like, okay. Like, I hang out with a lot of dudes. Yeah, I do. But what does that have to do with me promoting? Like,
Yeah.
she's like, you know, because, you know, we usually want people to promote that's kind of like, you know, that hangs out with lesbians. No, I just didn't get it. So I was just like, man, because I don't hang out with fucking lesbians, I'm not a good promoter. Go suck a dick, bitch. Fuck out of here. Now the bitch called my phone, want me to fucking do a walkthrough. Kiss my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck out of here. I ain't walking through shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. You want me to walk through with my homies? Fuck out of here.
Yo,
But that's what's up, though. That's what's up. All right. You mentioned that, you know, a couple people knew you before, like, you changed your life, right? What was like a huge event where you felt like, all right, cool, I gotta change my life around and devote myself to God? I heard you spoke about some things in the past, but I want to hear a little bit more.
And so I tell people all the time, like, my cousin was my best friend. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. Like, the reason so I live in Tampa. So I'm from Queens, New York. I'm from Corona, Queens, right? I'm from Flushing. I lived off of 142nd. I still go back there every year, right? All my family's out there. I lived there till I was 10 years old. So I was there for 10 years. And then even now I go back there every year. I go every year to New York. But I was raised in Tampa. I got into my first fight in Tampa. I had my first girlfriend in Tampa. I had, you know, like everything was, I learned how to rap in Tampa. So when you see Loso, the reason why I rap Tampa is because Tampa raised me, right? So when I moved to Tampa, though, one of my cousins was out here, and we were just like, that was just my best. So the reason why I brought that up is like, I'm a Minnesota Viking fan. It's like, yo, how you a Minnesota Viking fan? Well, he was, you know what I'm saying? He taught me how to play football. He was heavy in the reggaeton scene in Puerto Rico too, and he put me on that. So like, I started rapping because he was rapping, and so we was just everywhere together. And obviously, you know, when you just growing up in the hood, right, you just out. And so like, I tell people today, I was like, yo, like, if you run into the wrong person, like out here, I want to say the wrong person. If you run into somebody, they might be like, yo, we know Loso used to do X, Y, and Z. And it may come out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is what it is. Anyway, my cousin and I, we was out, I would just say we were just doing a lot of things we shouldn't have done. And he was, at the time, I think he wanted, I want to say maybe like he was like 16, 17 years old. He became gang affiliated. And obviously, you know, we had family members who were, but neither one of us were in it. So he was obviously, I'm not even going to give too much information about the gang, but he was part of a specific gang out there. And, you know, he was just involved heavily. And so one day he's at my crib, Fit, and we talking, and he's telling me, yo, I gotta go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go out for a minute. So he goes, I gotta leave the country. Where he goes to Puerto Rico, and I'm like, all right. So I start hearing some stuff about some beef. You know, he ends up coming back, and we end up being good. By the time he ends up coming back, though, this is when I want to say maybe I'm like 20, 21. And I had met some people while he was gone. I had met a dude who was a Christian, right? He ends up coming up to me. He ends up telling me about Jesus, and like my life ends up changing, right? Boom.
Right.
So when my cousin comes back, obviously the first person I want to tell this news that I just heard, this good news about, right? I want to tell my cousin. Boom. So he's the person I love the most, and he just like, nah, man, you know, I'm not really interested in it. And so me, I was still kind of like messing around, you know, back and forth with some stuff. But I remember just sitting down, and he was in my kitchen and fit, and I told him, I said, look, man, just come to church with me today. It's like, nah, Los, like I'm not gonna go out there because I ain't gonna be fake. Yada. Look, I gotta go do this. I said, all right, bet. Fit, that was the last day I saw him, man. He ends up going to this meeting, and they end up killing him. You know what I'm saying? They end up killing him at this meeting that he was at, and I get the call like 4:00 in the morning, and I just remember being on the phone and his mom just screaming on the other end, like, you know, Ralphie's dead. I'm like, what? I wake up, man. My life turned upside down after that, and I remember just sitting in my living room after that, and I was just like, not saying like, yo, that particular situation, like the gang affiliation or drugs or whatever we was involved. I'm not saying that turned me to it, but I was saying like his death. Like I was just like, yo, like one day I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? Like one day we all finna die. And I just was like, yo, I just want to make sure I know what happens next. And so for me, it was tough to kind of get over that situation. But I would say that was the turning point. You know what I'm saying? When I was like 21 years old, I started like maneuvering out of certain situations and started kind of like separating myself from some negativity that was in my life. And so that was I would say to me, that was the pivotal point. There's always going to be different checkpoints in your life where it's like, okay, you gotta reconnect with this, or you gotta start like, you know, thinking again, like, why am I involved with this over here? But that was the biggest situation in my life where it was like, all right, cool. I gotta reconsider everything.
Right. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro, for real. It's never easy dealing with a loss. And, you know, obviously it played a huge role in your life. And I'm pretty sure he's proud of everything you're doing right now. Yeah. Especially being you change your life. You're doing what you got to do with your career. So shout out to you, man, for real, because that shit ain't easy. All right?
Appreciate it.
That's what's up. What's his name, Ralphie?
Yeah, Ralphie, yep.
R.I.P. Ralphie, man. We gonna put it at the end of the episode.
Definitely, man. Thank you.
Let me see. So next question is some questions is funny. I can't. What makes a battle rapper more marketable besides? Huh?
They getting disrespectful?
Nah, sometimes people be just bugging out. I just be like, all right, let me just skip that one. What makes a battle rapper more marketable besides winning?
Besides winning?
Yeah.
Yo, Fit, I be telling people all the time, man, like, yo, some of these dudes be looking dusty up there, man. Like, bad, and some of these dudes are great rappers. But like, it's like, here's what it is, man. So as soon as I got off the stage, and but for me, I always had to make sure, like, you know, I just looked the part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure my aesthetic is appealing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's my brand. Yeah. I want people to get behind it. But not for nothing, I really didn't notice like how much of an impact it was until I battled JC. Now, unfortunately, you know, I love JC to death, but he be looking dusty up there, like very bad. So I'm across from JC, and I'm looking like a superstar, right? Yeah. I had this Magic's jersey. I was at a time too, like Corona had just like shut us down, so you know I'm just in the crib doing push-ups every day. I'm drinking water. And then you know he kind of little dude. I'm looking extra brolic, right? And so you know I ended up just getting this neck tattoo, and so like it was a bunch of different things I was playing. I remember Verb and Surf called me after the battle. It was like, yo, you a star, bro. Like you know like how to market yourself. And you know, I mean, this is just what it is. Like you kind of have one part. It's like Surf. This is what Surf told me. Surf was like, and he's not the end of, but he ended up calling me. He was like, look, if you got dudes who want to be you and girls who want to be with you, like that's the brand. Now, granted, that's not what I be trying to portray. I'm not trying to be no sex symbol out there, but I do think that like no matter where you are, like you want to like you got to think about it, especially for battle raps. They playing your video constantly. People are watching this 5-6 times, and it's getting replayed all over the place. So that means whatever outfit you have on, people are gonna see you in this outfit 24/7. And for me and you, we don't have the luxury no more of wearing the same thing twice. Right. I can't post no lie, right. Fit. This is a true story. I have wore some pants like in 2019, 2018 probably, right? I ended up doing a battle this year, a 1-round battle, and I ended up wearing the same pants, but I did not know.
Right.
I posted on IG, and a fan was just like,
"You had
damn, those pants again." Yo, like you really just don't have the luxury. Like it can't, like especially if you rock like a jersey or like a unique color or something like that. Like a black tee, you could get away with, right? Jeans, maybe, but like, and even the shoes and stuff. But like if it's like something that's like, yo, this stood out to me, they'll find it. So anyway, but you know, I think it's so important, man, because like when you up there, like you gotta look the part, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of battle rappers, they don't care. They just think like, yo, I'm gonna just rap better than you. That's fine. You can battle.
It's not fine.
You know, sometimes I be fit. Sometimes I go on stage and I be up 1-0 just off wardrobe.
Yep. Facts. I feel like it's even worse in the female battle rap.
Really?
It's worse. Because these girls have bad outfits, bad weaves, bad makeup. It's just more elements than you guys. You feel me? Y'all, I always tell people it's really not that hard. You just need to wear a clean black tee, nice jeans, beautiful sneakers, and a haircut. Or whatever you do with your hair. It's not that hard. For females, they got to do their makeup right.
Throw the hoodie on.
Yeah, hoodie, whatever.
Good.
It's not that hard. But the biggest thing you got to do is look clean. Like, it has to be clean. Like, for me, no girl could ever come for me on how I dress in the ring. I always kill. I win 1-0. It's always like a fourth round is what I'm wearing. And like when I battled Miss Hustle, I was telling her, like, you be fly for a day and dusty for months. Like, you be looking crazy. So, you know, I actually have a segment that I do called Fit or Miss. And it's where I, you know, look at their outfits. It's kind of like, what's that show? Fashion Police for battle rap, B.
Oh, you do it for battle rap?
Yeah.
Oh, here you do it?
Facts, yeah.
That's fire.
I was going to do one for yesterday's shit. And, yo, I smoked Chilla's vest. I smoked fucking Danny's sweatsuit looking crazy. He looked like, you ever walk past Jimmy Jazz and see the whole outfit? That's what he looked like. He looked like the mannequin. Give me the mannequin. I hate it. Fucking Pat Stay, Malibu's Most Wanted, looking crazy on there. Oh my God, they're all missed. And I was surprised at Pat because he usually gets a fit. You know what I mean? That was disgusting. Geechi, his feet look extra small yesterday. I don't know why. It looked like he had his girlfriend sneakers on or some shit. So yeah, smoked him. But yeah, Fit or Miss, I think it's real cool because it kind of like when people be on there, they be mad at me. They be like, damn, Fit, like, oh, we looking at people's clothes now? Like, I've been looking at y'all clothes. I'm just putting it on a platform now. But yeah, I think that's important, yo. Ladies, men, whatever. Do your hair. Do your makeup. If you don't wear makeup, cool. I never wore makeup a day in my life. Well, except Bonnie battle. That didn't work out. Fucking... But yeah, man, for me is how you feel, how you look influences the way I feel. So when I look good, I feel better and I perform better. Like I feel good. They give me that essence, that glow. So, you know, shout out to you though, man, because I appreciate the good fits, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. So that's what's up.
I do, Miss, I do want to say though too, like, on top of that, I would say another part of marketing that people don't really do is like, I would say like like videos and pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these battle rappers too, unfortunately, like you ask like Derez, who be doing all the trailer for URL. He's like, yo, sometimes I got to be cropping them out of like weird pictures. Like they don't have pictures where I can go grab. And so I tell people like, yo, if you don't want like these random like busted pictures of you, have a joint on your website where I do like I have a like a photo album almost, where like if you want to take anything for promotional use, you just go to everythingloso.com and you grab it off of there. So I'm always doing photo shoots. I'm doing them like every month, because you want to make sure your gram is right. You want to make sure all your profile pictures are right. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that, you know, when people are putting you on flyers and walkthroughs or whatever it is, they got a dope picture. And then also document everything you doing. Like as far as like a video, it ain't nothing for like a 1 minute clip. You know, like you doing it, obviously you got your own podcast and stuff like that. But like, yo, grab the phones, grab your iPhones, and like make sure you just put something on your YouTube joint. And so people want to get the behind the scenes. They don't want to just see a dude rapping on stage and then get off. Unfortunately, like that's what it is today. But back in the day, I remember you wanted to really like know, like, yo, what are these dudes' lives? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are they going? Do they have an album? Do they have like document all that stuff? And so I think that's a huge part of battle rap too. And people just get off stage and they think, oh, you know, I killed it at that event. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of fans. It's like, yeah, you're a good rapper, but I don't know if I want to rock with your personality. Like, you got to show me more than that.
True. I agree. Show people a little bit of yourself outside of the ring.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right. I'm gonna give you about like 2 more questions and then we should be good. Would you battle an industry rapper? If so, who would it be?
Man, I would. And so I was just thinking about this, right? Because I was like, man, like it'll be dope if I did a Legends Only, right? But and I don't want to do it against Kirk Franklin. I don't want to do none of that. You already know what they're gonna be saying, right? But now, if I did an industry battle, okay, my bad. If I did like a real battle, on stage in URL, I would want to battle Fabulous. That's who I would want, right? Fabulous is just one of my favorites all the time, nice. Right? And I actually think he could transition.
Yeah.
I don't know about like the acapella format the whole time, like a flow, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he could learn from it. But it would either be out of Fabulous or King Los, either one of those two, right? And King Los actually said he would battle me on the roof, so we'll see. But either one of those two. But if I did a Legends Only joint, right, I would want to battle Chris Brown.
Ooh.
I ain't gonna kill with no like obvious joint, but I would definitely want to battle Chris Brown.
Yeah, because Chris from that he spit, yeah, he rap,
and he actually like, you know, I've seen him hang out with Arsonal, I've seen him hang out with Sue Surf, so I know he knows. But that'll be dope. So like it's either or. Obviously, I wouldn't do a real battle with Chris Brown because I don't think he could do that. But a Legends Only joint, I would battle Chris Brown, or if I did like a real battle, it would be Fabulous or King Los.
Dope.
How about you?
People always ask me that, like, what would you do if it was like a regular industry battle rap, like on URL or like Queen of the Ring or something? I would battle Young and May. If it was Legends Only, I want to take out somebody that was like a huge staple, like a MC Light or fucking Queen Latifah or some shit. But they old heads, you know what I'm saying? So my bad, like not old heads, but y'all pretty far back out there. But you know, like a Foxy Brown, I do. Eve, I would definitely battle Eve. I know she's somewhere shacked up with a white man somewhere, so she ain't trying to do shit. But I would definitely do that.
Fire Legends Only.
Yeah, me and Eve. Yeah.
I feel like you should have battled Nikki.
Well, I wanted to battle Nikki. I did. You know, Math just came out of left field, was like, yo, I battled Nikki yesterday. Really? I was like, all right, Math, at least one of us did it. You know what I'm saying? At least one of us did it for the culture. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to battle Nikki. Female shit. I mean, somebody mentioned Lauryn Hill. You know, I think that's dope too. But a regular battle. Somebody mentioned Rhapsody. I would battle Rhapsody. She's dope. She's dope, but not a Legends Only. You know, she's not a legend.
Remy Ma.
I'll definitely battle Remy Ma.
Bring her back.
Hell yeah. I'll definitely battle Remy Ma. I just don't think she would do it. You know, I just think if the bag was right, she might do it. But I would definitely battle her. People be wanting me to battle Lady Luck. Lady Luck is in the loop, so that could happen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's attainable. Yeah. But that's what's up. But if it would be Legends Only, something that I would actually like really love, it would be Eve. It'd be
Yeah,
Eve.
that'd
Yeah.
be so crazy.
Facts, 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 facts. All right. Somebody asked, we gonna get a Four Horsemen album or mixtape?
Yeah, man, we've always been trying to do that. Unfortunately, like when you got four dudes who live in four different states, it's just difficult. You know what I'm saying? We in Texas, Kansas City, Florida, and we in New York. So, but if y'all been following, like I try to make sure, like I just did a track. I've done 2 tracks for Saga. I've done I just did another track with A Ward and Saga, and then I just did one with Street Him. So like for me, like I'm always trying to like get the guys together, and so it's just kind of different. It's a little difficult, and then whenever we have battles, it's kind of like that's our attention right there because it takes so much energy from you. But hopefully we get together like a little EP. It ain't nothing for, especially if you got four dudes rapping, you could just knock it out like 7 songs. So that's my goal in 2021 though, to at least put together an EP project with all 4 of us. So yeah, it's definitely coming. But before COVID shut us down, I set up an 8-city tour. I set up an 8-city tour with me and A-Ward. We were actually going to be, because, people ask us, like people always ask me like, yo, can you battle Saga? Can you battle A-Ward? Can you battle Street Hands? Obviously, I'm not about to battle my brothers on URL and nothing like that. But what I did do, I set up battles all around the country. And I was able to find like different venues who will host it. And so we were selling tickets, and we ended up getting 8 stops. And me and A-Ward was going to be battling each other. And so you had to, if you wanted to watch it, you had to show up to that event and watch it. And that's so, but obviously it ended up shutting down. But hopefully, when things start opening back up, we get back on. We get that ball rolling again.
Fire. I actually want to do a project with y'all, like a whole Latino connection situation. Me, you, Cole, my verse. Yeah. So I mean, I definitely want to set that off. Today, I'm sending 2 beats in the chat. Y'all do what you want with it. But I want to make that happen for sure, because I think it'd be crazy.
Yeah.
All right. They said, who's on your hit list? We kind of spoke a little bit, but immediately, your hit list where you feel like the next 2 people that you feel like you want to take out.
Yeah, I would say the next 2 people that I want to would be Chess and Easy the Block Captain. I would say Chess, obviously, to me, I just think, and unfortunately, he's had a lot of ups and downs in his as far as choking and stuff like that. But when he's on, to me, he's one of the best. You know what I'm saying? He's young, and so he's battled, some of the top competition, and so having Chess on your resume would be dope. And I think if I get a crazy Chess, the battle would just be high energy. It would be crazy. And then Easy the Block Captain, he's on a crazy run right now. You know what I'm saying? He had a crazy run in 2020. I think he and I are both 5-0 on the app in 2020. And so him having that T-top battle that was supposed to go down, and I think they're probably going to reschedule it, will kind of even put him up even a little high. So I just like his energy. I think it'll be a challenge for me because obviously he's on that street talk, and that's what the majority of the people like hearing. So for me to go in there, I would have to find unique angles to kind of neutralize that. And I think I could do that. I think I got the right stuff to talk about with him. And so I think it'll be a 5 battle. Those are the two next people I would want to battle.
Got it. All right, y'all heard that? Easy to Block Captain and Chess. That Chess shit, I definitely want to see that on the next big card. I'm ready. Yeah. I'm ready for that to go down. Yeah. What was the hardest bar someone ever said against you, where you was like, "Oh, that was fire"?
Man, what's crazy? So it depends. Like, you get a name flip from time to time, right? Like people will flip your name, and you like, "Yo, that's kind of crazy" or whatnot. But the toughest one, man, I don't know why. I don't know, because it's not really a punchline. But Briz told me, he said the Bible's a classic, but it's no Illmatic.
Oh yeah.
It went crazy, yo. Yeah. It was fire because it's like, yo, Illmatic is.
It's a classic, yeah.
So and obviously it's like, yo, why are you comparing Nas' work to this work? It's hilarious though, and it was just fire, whatnot. But I would say that one, and then one of the first bars I got hit with XL was just like, it was something light that he was like, I'm stabbing Loso. grab him and mop the floor with this nigga Fabuloso, and it was in a room like at least like 500 people, and they were like, and that was like the first name flip I got hit with at the time. So and he still to this day, XL still like sent me a picture of some Fabuloso just to remind me. Like his like never forget.
Remember this ball?
Yeah.
Damn. I'll be thinking, what's the most fire shit someone said against me? I was just talking to my boy, Goon Cash Reezy. Shout out to Goon Cash. But when Hustle was like, I get your chicken chopped in the street like halal food. And I was like, oh, all right, sis, chill. You gonna chop my chicken up? Chill, you going hard right now. I think that was one of those good lines. But
what's the craziest name flip though? I know people hit you with some fit stuff.
Oh my God, all day long. They never really master the fit line. Really? You know what I mean? Like they do the outfit stuff. Like ain't nothing a drag fit like an outfit. I thought those are like pretty basic. But I actually think one of the best name flips came from Farrah, ironically, I think. When she says something and they all coming in misdirection, she had a whole miss thing, like misconception, that was cool. That was cool. Yeah, but it wasn't a misfit. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, but everybody else uses it as like outfit. Or get fit, like get in shape and shit like that. Yeah. But to be honest, I think I flipped my name better than them. Like, when I was saying something like you couldn't catch a fit with a tantrum, shit like that. It's just regular than just calling it an outfit. And then it's hard too because I'm always dressed better than them. So are we really doing this? Like, so yeah, that was pretty much. That was it. I know usually some Cortez bars be really good. Sometimes they be having really good Cortez bars. I'll be like, oh, cool, they got you on that. Huh?
Oh, against Cortez?
Like to me, about Cortez. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. It wasn't even a bar. It was just funny when Duchess was like, we all know Cortez, your daddy. He always there standing, looking all happy. It wasn't fire. It wasn't a bar, but everybody was laughing crazy because he was standing there smiling. I'm like, nigga, move.
Yeah.
But that was good. That was good. Obviously they know you want to battle Hitman, right?
Yeah.
Because you said that would be your legacy battle?
Yeah, I think that would be like, to me, I think he's probably like, he's not obviously the greatest like rapper or this. I just think he's like on that stage, you know what I'm saying? He's second to none up there, and what he's accomplished, you really can't name too many times where people like beat Hitman on that stage. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly. So
true.
To me, I would say Hitman would be my going out battle.
Gotcha. And the last question, who is your top 5?
My top 5. So I would say Mook. I would say Lux. Hitman Holla. I got 2 more. John and Cortez.
Fire. That's a fire top 5.
Yeah.
That was fire. And the question I always ask myself to every person that comes on the show is the 4-4 challenge, right? I decided we could end it off with that. So how it works is you answer, the first one is, what battle rapper do you like for laughs? Basically, you like them because they're funny, they're jokes. The second one is you like them for bars. Basically, they got all the bars, you fuck with them. You go to them for a dose of bars. The third one is you like them for now, meaning they won't be here forever. They're temporary. They have an expiration date. And the last but not least is you would like them forever. No matter what, they'll always be in your top 5.
All right. What's the first one?
For laughs.
For laughs, I would say, for laughs, Who is hilarious to me? Your Honor. I would say Your Honor is for laughs.
Your Honor for laughs, y'all.
For bars, I would say Rum Nitty. I'm pretty sure does he get voted a lot for that?
Yeah, he gets voted a lot. Yeah. He's actually always mentioned.
Yeah, for bars, I mean, it just has to be Nitty.
Mm-hmm.
But now, wait. So just redefine what for now is again.
So for now is like
is it kind of like a diss?
Well, I mean, everyone takes it that way, but it's kind of like they have an expiration date. Like people might like them now, but you don't feel like they're a Lux or a Mook where they're gonna last forever. Like they here for the moment. They might be exciting, kind of like how everybody loved 6ix9ine real quick, and then it was like, this guy got an expiration date.
All right. For now, I would say for now. You know who I would say? He actually battled tonight, which I like him. But Saint, he beat Disaster tonight. But I would say Saint is for now.
Got you. Like they loving him right now, but who knows where he'll be the next year. All right. Yep. I respect that. That was good. It was good. I know Core said easy to block captain. Tay-Rock. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Tay-Rock said Swamp.
Oh.
And I forgot what everybody else said, but those it is. And the last one would be Forever.
Man, Forever, no matter what. He just been rock. I would say Hitman. I just feel like he's been doing this since what year was that? 2009, whenever he battled Cortez, and then to this day he still comes back. You know, he had a crazy battle with Bill Collector, beats K-Shine, beats Tay-Rock. I just think that was Forever. And I think he's getting better too. So Hitman would be Forever.
Dope. All right, y'all. That was Loso's 4-4 challenge. Shout out to Loso. Everybody show him love with the prop gang. It's a pleasure to have you here, bro. For real. You definitely doing your numbers. This is one of my favorite
interviews. Like, no lie, this is one of my favorite interviews.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what I strive for. You know what I'm saying? Engagement and just, you know, I know a lot of people be looking for the mixy shit. I just really want to vibe and really get the best out of you. You know?
Yeah.
But
I could have had a cup of Henny here, man. It would have been a little better.
Nah, we're gonna have you back. For sure. That's not the last. I would like to do a fit or miss with you as well, because you definitely one of them dudes that get fly. So we could definitely do it. It's basically where we kind of just like this, and on the board I start throwing up different people and outfits, and we judge them. So that's fun. You could definitely bring your Henny to that. We gonna need it.
Yeah.
All right, my God. Much love, y'all. Appreciate you. I'll talk to you soon, man. Peace. Yo, what up, world, man? Y'all just was talking to Loso. That's a real cool, genuine dude. That's the fam right there. I really enjoy what he's doing in battle rap. Of course, especially because he's one of my Latino brothers holding it down. He got bars, he got a presence, he can dress. Like, he just has a real good presence and feel about him. And he never really showed me no fuck shit. He never played me or violated me. I asked him to be on the show, was no hesitation. You know, it's just certain people and certain energies I mix well with in battle rap, and he's definitely one of those guys, man. I definitely appreciate everybody tuning in on the show. Man, it's been love. I love doing this shit. If you didn't catch the whole episode, you can catch it on my YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to that. MsDotFit. Hold it down. If you're not following me on Caffeine, make sure you do so now. Follow me on all my social media outlets. That's Ms.Fit on Instagram, Ms.Fit1 on Twitter. It's always love. And now I'm part of Clubhouse, so y'all need to follow me on Clubhouse. I'm bringing the podcast to Clubhouse. I think it's a cool outlet where people are kind of giving game and having conversations about success and things like that. And I think My Dumb Advice would be a great addition on Clubhouse. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Prop Gang. Let's give some love to Prop Gang before we get up out of here. Come on, prop gang, show love. Throw the props in the chat. Prop gang, prop gang, prop gang. Let's get it. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Props, what up? Okay. Showing up for y'all real quick. But yo, tomorrow we's doing Fit or Miss. I'm putting it on the tube. You about to see a lot of this. Yeah. I fucking love y'all. Turn up with the prop gang. I love y'all, man, for all that good shit, all that good shit. Peace. Hey yo, what's good? Ms.Fit, Murder F Gang. This is my dumb advice. Bye.